darlings, I'm looking forward to sharing this week's behind the scenes with you. Today we're going to talk about how do I wrap a piece for shipping. So the first thing that I would do if a piece has sold is I would check the tackiness. So that means that I would need to touch the paint really lightly to make sure that there's not any spots where the oil is still wet. And if so, then I need to not wrap it because the paint will peel away from the painting if I wrap it when it's still a little bit wet. So I actually have one piece that I need to ship, and I have to wait because there's still a couple of places on the face where the oil is still a little bit wet. So I'll have to wait another couple of days before I wrap it. But after I've checked the tackiness, then I make sure that it's framed. So that's when we get to go into the cropping that I've talked about in the past, where I get to since I work on the piece a little bit bigger on the canvas, I figure out exactly where I want the piece to be in the frame, and then I frame it. I'll insert some fun videos of me framing a piece here because I got some good video. So after I frame it and get my orientation right, then I trim the back of it. Any remaining canvas that's left over, I'll give it a quick trim. And then I make sure that it's signed. And then I add my business card to the back of it in case, as another way for the artist or for the buyer to remember how to get in touch with me. And then the next step that I would do is I would then wrap the painting in wax paper. That is to make sure that, again, the paint doesn't stick to any paper or the bubble wrap that I'm going to wrap with next. So there's the wax paper layer, then I wrap it in bubble wrap to make sure that it doesn't get damaged during shipping. Then I do a double side of cardboard, so one piece of really strong cardboard on either side of the frame, and trim it up, make sure it's just right. Then I tape a thank you note to the front of the piece, just telling the buyer thank you so much for your support and thank you for being a part of my life, and give them any extra details that they might need to have about their piece. And then what I do is I wrap it all up in brown paper. My most recent roll of brown paper for shipping, my son got a hold of and did some great paintings on it. So folks get a little extra dose of artwork right now with the painting on the brown paper that I wrap with. And that's how I ship a painting. It's relatively swift. The wrapping process, of course, since I work in such different sizes right now, I could potentially, go to somewhere like UPS and have them ship it for me, but that can get really pricey. And USPS, so the post office, doesn't have the right size of boxes for me to ship through them. So I have to kind of do this really distinct way of wrapping and shipping. But it's worked so far. And as far as actual care of handling, I really do like UPS the best of the options. FedEx really destroys work, to be real. So if you're shipping art, UPS is a good bet. So that's how I ship pieces. I also love to hand deliver pieces because whenever I can, I will hand deliver just because I don't have to worry about something getting damaged in transit in the same way. But this piece that I'm shipping is going to go up to Connecticut, so I'm not going to drive to Connecticut today, so I'm going to have to ship it. But if you are within North Carolina or South Carolina and have bought a piece from me, I almost certainly hand delivered it to you because it just makes me feel more comfortable. So yeah, that's shipping a piece. If you have questions, about this process, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a treat to have so many awesome folks here with me. I adore you, and I'm so grateful that you're here to learn more of the behind the scenes content. So again, thank you so much for being a part of my life, and I look forward to sharing more with you next week. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about brush strokes. That's a special request from one of the patrons. So if you have special requests, I will absolutely cover them and drop them in the comments. And I'd love to cover the topics that you're curious about. All right. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day.